Some of God's most beautiful creatures are the winged variety, the birds. In my travels in various parts of the world, I have seen magnificent specimens of every color and every dazzling combination of colors. Some are tiny, like the hummingbird, while others, like the crane, manage to maintain an exquisite gracefulness despite their very large size. One of the most beautiful and rarest of the cranes is the red-crowned crane, or Japanese crane, found in East Asia and on the logo of Japan Airlines. It is revered as a holy creature and is said to live for 1,000 years. It is also said to bring blessings and the fulfillment of wishes to anyone patient enough to take 1,000 pieces of paper and, with the ancient art of origami, fold them delicately into 1,000 paper cranes. I myself have learned, and quickly forgotten, how to fold these delicate creatures, and I can tell you it is a very difficult and painstaking process involving an incredible amount of concentration, time, and skill. Strung together, these colored paper cranes are the traditional wedding gift presented by the father as a wish for 1,000 years of happiness and prosperity. They are often given to a newborn baby, or can be hung in the family home, that God's blessing may endure there for 1,000 years. In the beautiful Peace Memorial Park at Hiroshima, one finds a haunting bronze monument 9 meters tall. Suspended from the sides of the three-legged pedestal are the bronze figures of an angel-like little boy and a little girl. And standing on the top is a young girl holding a folded crane of gold high above her head. This is the Children's Peace Monument, or the Tower of 1,000 Cranes, and indeed many thousands of origami paper cranes are placed here each day. The image of the little girl with the crane is that of Sadako Sasaki. She was 2 years old when the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima. Her family's home was over 40 miles away from the bomb, but the ferocious blast blew the little girl out the window. Her mother rushed out to find her, thinking she surely must be dead. But little Sadako appeared to be unhurt. Because the home was far enough away, she survived the bomb, with apparently no ill effects, though her grandmother was never seen again. 9 years later, however, Sadako began showing signs of leukemia, as did many who were exposed to the horrific radiation. The pain increased. Spending much time in the hospital, she heard the story of the 1,000 cranes and how they could fulfill a wish. Smiling her hopeful childlike smile, she asked for paper and began folding, an ardent wish in her heart. Now there was not much paper available then, so soon she learned to use whatever she could get a hold of. Medicine wrappers, tiny notes, anything she could find. She went to the other hospital rooms and begged for the scraps of wrapping paper from gifts the other patients had received. Her classmates brought her pieces of discarded paper from their schoolwork. Crane after beautiful folded crane was created in her small fingers. She kept smiling and said that she wanted to make 1,000 cranes to keep alive the hope that would not leave her. 500, 600, 900 beautifully colored cranes dropped out of her hands. She grew weaker. 950, 970. Would she have the strength to finish? Finally, one day, she made her 1,000th paper crane. She had met her goal. Her strength was depleted, but she counted further. 1,001. 1,002. She had to go on. Her own life was flowing out of her. But she wanted to give hope to all the other children of the world. 1,050. 1,200. Count, Sadako, she whispered to herself. You are doing this for all the world's children, for all the world's people. Let the cranes overtake the bombs. Let hope swallow despair. Let peace win out over war. 1,400 exquisite paper cranes were completed before October 25th, 1955, when the brave little 12-year-old girl, unshaken in her hope for a world of peace, slipped silently into the fullness of peace. Moved by her death, her classmates themselves made another 1,000 cranes, which they buried with her. In an impassioned appeal, these children called upon the nation to build a monument to her and to all the children who died from the atomic bomb, as an urgent plea to all the world to stop the insane suicide of the planet before it became too late. With the support of students in schools around the world, the children's dream became reality. And on the 5th of May, 1958, in the presence of the country's children, the Children's Peace Monument was unveiled. At the base of the monument, on a black marble slab, is inscribed the heartfelt plea of Sadako, the heartfelt plea of all the innocent children of the world. This is our cry. This is our prayer for building peace in this world. Sadako had a dream to make 1,000 cranes for peace. She began counting, and she did not stop at 1,000, for her hope did not stop at 1,000. With her death, her little schoolmates took up the count, and a further 1,000 were born, for the hope did not stop at death. To this day, people from all over the world continue folding those magnificent cranes, and today over 10 million of them are laid down reverently each year at her monument, with the same hope for a better world that was born in the heart of a dying little girl. The count goes on. The dream of peace goes on and is born anew in the hearts of children and youth and adults and elderly and nuns and priests and poets and people of every profession and every persuasion and every ilk all over the world. How many cranes must be folded for the wish to be granted? How many children must die before war and weapons and all their horrors are banned from the face of the earth? before the killing of one group of people by another group of people for the power and profit of a third group of people is recognized for the insanity it is. Yes, how many must die before the cranes are seen as more worthwhile than the bombs? Count the cost. Before constructing a tower, before constructing a bomb, before constructing yet another destruction, count the cost. Count the casualties. Count the children killed. Count the homes obliterated, the lives uprooted, the minds destroyed. Count the families, the souls, the generations affected. Count to 1,000, and you do not begin to cover the people affected, the years of enduring harm. Count to 10,000, count to 10 million, and new faces of haunting hidden despair still continue to appear, still continue to accuse. Count the cost. I would rather count cranes than begin to count the cost of war. Sadako and all the Sadakos of the world, take the map of our war-torn world and fold it into a wish for peace, a vision for a future, a blueprint for hope. Dare to dream of a world without fear, a world where children can play and laugh and love and grow without fear of being blown up in the grown-ups' gruesome games of power. Dare to make those beautiful cranes, 1,000 of them, 10 billion of them, and may their sweet blessing of peace endure on earth for 1,000, 1,000, 1,000